This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, so let us start with time management. Yeah, time management. So, so what is your idea about time management, Avi? We have discussed about work schedules, already. So that's a part of course, time management only.
Right,
So,
right.
what is your understanding, general understanding? Any ideas?
Uh, Nothing but scheduling the time to the, for the employees regarding the shifts.
Hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
so creating the schedule pattern
Hmm.
according to the shift.
Okay.
the-
So that's fine. Now
uh,
we have discussed about InfoType 7 configuration already. That is, we have
yes, sir.
configured work schedules. We have done
Right,
the
sir.
end-to-end configuration of the work schedules. So let us say there's an employee called Alex, for instance. Yeah, there's an employee called Alex. Now,
So, sir,
Alex
one
is
thing,
following.
sir,
Huh?
sorry for the interruption.
Yeah,
Last class, you stopped at health planning. Is that benefit totally completed?
yeah. Health plans, insurance plans, and saving plans. We have completed all the three varieties of plans,
Oh, very
and I have
nice.
shown you
Okay,
by capturing the benefit plans also.
okay,
We have
okay.
we have captured InfoType 171 general benefits
All right,
information.
sir.
Then we have captured
167
167, 168,
and
169. We are done with it.
169 also. Okay,
Yeah.
sir.
And while discussing about payroll, we will discuss about integration of benefits with payroll, in which we are going to
Okay,
configure wage types and we are going to integrate payroll with benefits.
okay, sir.
Yeah, I made sure that I finished benefits on that day actually. If you remember, we have done
Yes,
some
sir. We
extended.
completed benefit.
Yeah,
Uh,
so that's the end of
and
the benefits configurations.
okay, sir.
Okay, so even if you want to look at your syllabus,
Yes, sir. You got marked on that day also. Benefits are
the
completed.
introduction to benefits, benefit area, plan types, benefit plan status, criteria grouping, understanding and configuration of input types and benefits, related default values and features, which is of course the health plans, insurance plans, and saving plans, and then
Yes, sir.
171 input type as well, general benefits information. Flexible administration, we have seen that benefit adjustment reasons, employee dependent beneficiary eligibility, benefit program groupings, and benefit programs. So we are done with
Right.
the end-to-end configuration of benefits. And we have also seen the output in PA30. We have seen
Sir.
the output
Okay.
in
Yes,
PA30.
sir.
So let us start off with time management in today's session. Yeah, time
Okay.
management in
Okay.
today's session. Now let's say there's an employee called Alex, for instance. Yeah,
Okay.
Alex. And Alex, there is a work schedule called as general. Let's call it as work schedule. Name of the work schedule is Gen, let's say. That has been assigned to Alex. And as per this schedule, the employee is expected to work from, the daily working hours are going to be like 8 o'clock in the morning till, let's say, 17 hours in the evening. Yeah, this is the schedule that the employee is expected to work. Yeah, let's say on Monday and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Yeah, Friday, and of course we'll also have Saturday and Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. Now, this Alex guy, he is expected to work from 8 o'clock to 17 hours, each and every day. Yeah, each and every day as per the work schedule. As per the work schedule, right?
Okay.
So, which means the employee is actually expected to work for how many hours? 9 hours, isn't it?
Okay.
8 to 12 and 12 to 7. It's like 9 hours. The employee is expected to work for 9 hours on each and
Okay.
every day.
Day.
Yeah, Saturday and Sunday, of course, they are day offs, so we will not
Okay.
put any planned working hours. Yeah, the no planned working hours. As per the planned
Okay.
working hours, it's like the employee is expected to work for only for 0 hours, or the employee is not expected to work at all, right? So let's say this is as per the work schedule rule. Yeah, as per the work schedule rule. So this work schedule rule Gen has been assigned to this employee as per this work
General.
schedule. This employee is expected to work for 5 days a week. Yeah, Monday to Friday, 9 hours each day, and Saturday and Sunday is day off. Yeah, day off. Now, against this work schedule, the employee will actually swipe in and swipe out. Yeah. So this is a work schedule. This is the schedule in which the employee is expected to work. Yeah, expected to work. However,
Okay.
however, daily it's not really possible. Most of the days it is possible, but few days the employee might work for less number of hours. On certain days the employee might book overtime. We never know. Yeah, we never know. So let's say on Monday the employee has started at 8 o'clock and left the company at 17 hours. On Tuesday, the employee started at 8 o'clock, but left the company workplace at 12 o'clock only. On Wednesday, let's say the employee has signed in at, let's say, 10 o'clock, and the employee was at work till 17 hours, right? On
Okay.
Wednesday, the employee signed in at 8 o'clock and left the company at about 19 hours, yeah, 19 hours. And on Friday, the employee did not work at all. But on Saturday, the employee has signed in at 7 o'clock and left the company at 17 hours. 8 o'clock and left the company at 17 hours. And on Sunday, the employee did not work again. Yeah, the employee did not
Okay.
work. So this is the actual time that the employee has booked. Okay,
Okay.
this is
Yes,
the
sir.
actual time the employee has booked.
Okay.
Okay, 8 o'clock to 17 hours. Sorry. Okay, these are the actual timings the employee was at work. So on Monday, how many hours did the employee work? The employee worked for 9 hours. Yeah.
9
On
hours.
Tuesday,
Yes, sir.
the employee has worked only for 4 hours.
Five.
On Wednesday,
Five.
the employee has worked for how many hours? These are like 5 and 2 is 7
50.
hours, right?
7.
And then on Thursday, the employee has worked for how many hours? 8
11.
and 11 hours. Okay.
11
And
hours.
on Friday, it's an absence. Yeah, it's an absence. The employee was not at work. And on Saturday, though it was a day off, the employee has worked. Yeah, the
For
employee
9
has
hours.
worked for 9 hours.
No.
And on Sunday, again, the employee did not book any number of hours. So this is the attendance hours. Yeah,
Okay.
attendance hours. Okay. Now, hours, or let's say hours booked.
Okay.
Hours booked by the employee. Hours booked by the employee. Okay. Now out of this, we have the system will bifurcate into attendance hours or regular attendance hours. Yeah. And then absence
Okay.
hours. Yeah. Overtime hours and then comp off hours.
Okay.
The system will calculate for each and every day, for each and every employee, the system will calculate as to how many hours the employee has worked. Yeah, that is called as time evaluation. Now, let's say on Monday, the employee has booked 9 hours of attendance. The system will cross check. When did he clock in and when did he clock out? He has clocked in at 8 o'clock and clocked out at 17 hours, which is as per the planned working hours. So the regular hours are 9 hours. No problem with Monday. On Tuesday, the employee has booked from 8 o'clock till 12. That is only 4 hours. Yeah, 4 hours.
Okay.
So these 4 hours of our attendance hours and absence hours will be 9 minus 4. 5 hours will be absence
5 hours.
hours, right? 5 hours will be absence hours. On Wednesday again, the employee has worked for only 7 hours of attendance, so 2 hours of absence, right? And on
Yes.
Thursday, the employee has worked for 9 hours of attendance and then 2 hours of overtime, right? 2
Right.
hours of overtime. The employee has booked 11 hours, out of which 9 hours are regular working hours and 2 hours of OT hours. On Thursday, the employee no regular working hours Absent, all hours are absence hours, 9 hours are absence hours. And on Saturday, the employee has worked for 9 hours, but all these 9 hours are comp off hours. Comp off means because the employee is working on a day off, yeah,
Day off.
day off,
Yes, sir.
the employee can utilize these 9 hours as absence
Okay.
hours or as leave at any time of his or her choice. At any
Okay.
time of his or her choice. Okay. On Sunday, the employee is not expected to work. Yeah. So the
Yes, sir.
employee did not work at all. So there is nothing. So nothing. So these are the planned working hours. Yeah, which we have already configured in info type 7. Then these are the working hours which the employee has actually booked. The employee has swiped in and swiped out, right? Swiped in
Okay.
and swiped out. So this is called
Wiped
as
out.
time data recording. This part is called as time data recording. This part is called as the work schedule. Yeah, this is called the work schedule. This is called time data
Okay.
recording. The employee has booked the time, time data, and then from this part to this part, it is all time evaluation. It is all time
Okay.
evaluation. That means evaluating the time data that has been booked by the employee is called time evaluation. Yeah, evaluating the
Okay.
time data,
Which is booked by the employee.
yeah, which has been booked by the employee is called time evaluation.
Time
Yeah, time
evaluation. Yes, sir.
evaluation. So the system for each and every day, for each and every employee, the system will cross check the number of hours booked by the employee with the work schedule, yeah, with the daily work schedule.
Okay.
The system will ascertain the regular working hours, absence hours, overtime
Okay.
hours, comp hours. Yeah, so
Okay.
this
Yes,
process
sir.
is called time evaluation. This process
Evaluation.
time evaluation, right? Time evaluation. So this is little introduction about time evaluation, and then moving forward, we will also see how exactly time evaluation happens in SAP and what is the program that is used. We are going to discuss about all that stuff after a while, yeah, after finishing few
Okay.
configurations.
Yes, sir.
Now, apart from this, we also have what is called as leave administration. Leave administration. Leave administration means the employees will be allotted leaves, right? Employees will be
Yes, sir.
allotted leaves. That means they might be having some kind of paid leaves, yeah,
Okay.
or unpaid leaves, yeah. Then let's say sick leaves. It can be paid or unpaid. That's a different story, yeah.
Okay.
Then we have annual leaves, yeah. Then you might have some kind of what do you call if
Annual leaves.
employees, huh? Sorry,
Sick leave, annual leaves,
mat, maternity leave, yeah. We have
maternity.
so many
Maternity.
varieties of leaves, so many, many,
Yeah.
many varieties of leaves, which are actually offered to employees across the globe. Yeah, across the globe.
Right.
So
Right.
the variety, sorry, the varieties of leaves that are offered to employees will depend on the country and the country-specific statutory norms and also the industry. Yeah, also the
Okay.
industry. And then apart from industry also, it also depends on what kind of an employee, an employee, whether it's a firm or contract, or whether the employee is working in which division. Let's say the employee is working in production division. In production division, there is a possibility that the employees might participate in some kind of hard work. Okay,
Okay.
so for such employees, the leaves might be a little more, which might be offered as per the labor laws. So, there are varieties of uh, situations and scenarios in which the leaves will be actually offered to the employees. Yeah, offered to the employees. Now, paid leave means though the employee applies leave, the employee will be paid. Yeah, salary will be paid. Yeah, and
Yes, sir.
then unpaid means if the employee books such varieties of leaves, salary not paid, not be paid.
So,
So, as a part of the integration of time with payroll, we are going to discuss about the paid and unpaid leave, which is called as absence valuation. Yeah, which is called as absence valuation.
valuation.
Now, certain leaves will have quota or entitlement. Yeah,
Got
certain leaves
got
will have a quota or entitlement. Quota means, let's
Okay.
say we are talking about annual leaves, for instance. Yeah,
Uh,
annual leaves quota might be 24 days per annum. Quota
uh,
or entitlement. It might be 24 days per annum. So what does it mean? The employee will be able to utilize 24 days per annum, of the leaves pertaining to annual leaves. Yeah, variety called as annual leaves. The employee can utilize 24 leaves per annum. Now, there might be certain employees for whom all the 24 leaves might be accrued in the month of Jan only. Accrual means these number of days will be added to the quota. Yeah, added to the quota.
okay.
So if you look at the government employees, certain varieties of leaves, they will be able to utilize right from the month of Jan onwards, the entire quota. Whereas there might be another variety of accrual called as monthly accrual. Yeah, monthly accrual. Monthly accrual means the employees certain amount of quota will be added each and every month. For example, in the month of Jan, 2 days will be added to the quota. In the month of Feb, yeah, another 2 days will be added to the quota. Yeah, in the month of March, another 2 days will be added to the quota. So like this, so on and so forth. By the month of December, yeah, the last
Okay.
2 days will be added to the quota. So this is called as quota accrual. This is called as quota
Uh,
accrual. That means though they say that the quota is 24 days, all the 24 days will not be added to the quota on this in the month of Jan itself. They'll be added
okay.
gradually. They'll be added gradually month on month. This is called as quota accrual on a monthly basis.
Okay. So while dividing that, we will get 2 days per month. That's it.
That's it. So in the
Okay.
month of Jan, in the month of Jan, 2 days will be added to the
Okay.
quota. In the month of Feb, another
Right.
2 days will be added. So like that, by the month of December, all 24 days will be added. So this is called as
Got
monthly accrual. Yeah, monthly
got
accrual.
it.
And there is another method called as weekly accrual. In certain business process, there will be weekly accrual also. Weekly means
Okay.
0.5 days, will be added in the first week of the year. 0.5 days will be added in the second week. 0.5 days will be added in the third week, or 0.5 days will be added in the fourth week, so on and so forth. Yeah, so on and so
Okay.
forth. So there's a weekly accrual. So in Jan it's like 2 days. Again in Feb also,
There
0.5,
will be two.
0.5, 0.5, and 0.5. It should be, if you calculate it exactly, it should be like not even 0.5. It will be 1 second. 24 divided by 52 weeks, right? We have 52
52.
weeks. It's like 0.46 leaves, yeah, per week.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 0.461 leaves per week will be added to the quota. Will be added to
Okay, sir.
the quota.
Okay.
So this is called as weekly accrual. One is weekly accrual. The second method is
Monthly.
monthly accrual, and the third method is one-time accrual. One-time accrual means in the month of Jan. That means on Jan 1st itself. Yeah,
Okay.
on Jan 1st itself, all the 24 days will be added to the quota. Yeah, all the 24 days will be added to the quota. So
Quota.
this is called as, yeah, this is called as quota accrual or leave quota accrual. Absence quota accrual. Yeah, absence quota accrual. So this is all about leave administration. And then whenever employee books this variety of leave called as annual leaves, then those number of days will be deducted from this quota. Yeah. Let's say in the month of Feb, the employee has booked 3 leaves. Then what happens? 3 leaves will be deducted from this quota. So the quota balance in the month of Feb will be 4. Yeah. So from 4, 3 days is deducted. So quota balance is 1 day. Yeah, quota balance is 1 day. So this 1 day will be carried forward to March, and in March, 2 days will be added. The quota balance will be 3 days. And in the month of March, if the employee has utilized 2 days of leave, then again there will be a balance of 1 day. This will be carried forward to the next month. April, 2 days will be added. Let's say in the month of April, the employee did not book any absences. Quota balance will be 3. It will carry forward to the next month, so on and so forth. So this process is a continuous process which goes on and on and on. Yeah, quota will get added, and the quota will keep on getting deducted based on how the employee utilizes the quota. Yeah, how the employee
got it.
utilizes the quota. So this is called as leave administration. Leave administration, right? So apart from this, we also have the concept of overtime. Yeah, overtime.
Okay.
Overtime means if at all the employee works on a particular day or in a particular month or in a particular week for more than the planned working hours. Yeah, those
Yes,
number
sir.
of hours are called as overtime hours. Let's say, on a particular day, the regular working hours are planned working hours are 9 hours. But on that day, the employee has worked for, let's say, 12 hours. Yeah, 12 hours. Because the guy who is expected to relieve the employee from the shift did not come. So the employee had to work for 3 more hours on a particular day. So what happens, you know, the 3 additional hours which this employee has booked will be paid as overtime, will be calculated as overtime, and for that a separate salary will be paid to that employee. Separate salary will be paid to the employee. That means 9 hours of regular working hours and 3 hours of overtime hours will be paid. So this is OT. OT hours are 3 hours, regular working hours are 9 hours, booked hours are 12 hours, planned hours. Yeah, planned hours are 9 hours, right? Planned hours are 9 hours, booked are 12 hours, regular working hours will be 9 out of this, and then overtime hours will be 3. So for these 9 hours, regular salary will be paid, yeah, and for these 3 hours, overtime salary will be paid. So overtime will be usually 150% of basic pay, or 200% of basic pay, or 175% of basic pay, or something like this. Yeah, this overtime salary will be little higher than the normal salary, little higher than the normal salary. And while paying overtime, only basic pay will be considered. Yeah, only basic pay wage type will be considered.
Okay.
Allowances will not be considered while calculating the overtime. Yeah, normally
Yes, sir.
that is the process, but extraordinarily, industry specific and region specific, there might be certain different conditions which have to be incorporated into the SAP. Yeah, so this is called as the overtime. That means if at all the employee is working for more than the planned working hours, then those number of hours are considered as overtime hours, and
Okay.
a separate salary will be paid for overtime. Then
Basic.
comp off, compensatory off.
Okay.
Compensatory off in the sense, yeah, if at all an employee works on a public holiday or a day off, yeah, if at all an employee works on a public holiday or a day
Okay.
off or weekly off, whatever you call it. If at all the employee works on a public holiday or day off, then those number of hours will be added to a quota called as comp of absence quota. Yeah, and this employee will be able to utilize this quota at any time of his or her choice. Yeah,
Okay.
comp of quota. That means, let's say in the month of Jan, let's say the employee has worked for 3 days on a public
Okay.
holiday or a day off. Then these 3 days will be added to the quota
Okay.
called as comp of quota. These 3 days will be added to the quota, and the employee can utilize this quota at any point of his or her choice. Yeah, his or
Is that
her.
is that apart from 24? I mean,
Yes,
24 leave. Okay.
yes,
Okay.
because he has worked. No, he has worked on a public holiday and day
Then
off. So obviously, he has to be compensated. Either he has to be
okay.
paid overtime, or time has to be compensated. So usually,
Okay.
employers will give a comp off.
Okay.
Employers will give comp off. Time in lieu. That is called as time in lieu. Yeah,
Time.
LI, time in lieu. Okay. So or comp off or comp off. So this is a bit of introduction to time management. We have just broadly discussed about different process in time management. Yeah. So
Okay.
with this little introduction, let us go ahead and start with the configurations in time management. Yeah,
Okay.
configurations in time management. And the first thing that we are going to configure is an absence or leave or a leave. Yeah, we are going to configure absence or a leave. Now leaves, as we discussed, there will be varieties of leaves. Yeah, it may be paid leave, unpaid leave, sick leave, annual leave, short-term disability leave, long-term disability leave, etc. So all these varieties of leaves, or these varieties of leaves are actually called as absences in SAP. The leaves are called as absences in SAP. They're called
Okay.
as absences. So let us see, let us configure something called as annual leave. Yeah, annual leave, which is called as an absence type in SAP. Right? So let's go ahead
Yes.
and start with the time management configurations. Of course, we have already started the time configurations
Yes,
by
sir.
way of configuring info type 7, which is the planned working hours. Now, SPRO, reference IMG,
And
we have time
time.
management, and within time management, we have a node called as time data recording and administration. Time data recording and administration. And then we have a node called as absences.
Absence.
We have a node called absences. And then absence catalog, and group personal subareas for attendances and absences. Group
Okay.
personal subareas for attendances and absences. Go to the country grouping, USA, and then identify the personal subareas that we have configured. Right? What are those?
VAS. You're
Yeah.
using VAS.
VAS, INC Atlanta, and Dallas. Yeah, Dallas.
Yes, sir.
Now, now, why do we have to group personal subareas for the purpose of absences? For the purpose of absences. Now, let's say there's a variety of leave called as short-term disability leave. We usually call it as STD, and long-term disability leave,
Yes, sir.
LTD. Yeah,
LTD.
LTD. Or let us say there's a type of leave called as leave due to industrial accident. Industrial accident. Now, this variety called as industrial accident leave, it should be offered to only employees who are working in the factory, isn't it? In the manufacturing unit, right? So this type of leave should not be applicable to employees working in finance or HR division, because they don't go into that factory zone at all. They don't go into the manufacturing zone. They're prohibited from entering the manufacturing zone, right? Only the employees working in the production division are expected to enter into the manufacturing zone or factory zone, right? So this variety of leave called as industrial accident will be applicable for only employees working in production division. So how do we restrict? How do we restrict, from other employees, from using this leave is we do a grouping. We do a grouping and then define this leave only for that grouping. That's all. Right? We will define that leave for only that grouping. So that is the purpose of grouping altogether, right? We have done the grouping for the purpose of work schedules. We have done the grouping for the purpose of wage types. Yeah, we have done all the grouping previously. So whenever we have done a grouping, it means we are restricting other employees from not using that particular absence type or not using that particular wage type. We are restricting actually. We are restricting. So here, finance, it is, let us say, 1, production is 2, HR is 1, and then sales is 3. Yeah. So this grouping is for the purpose of absences and attendance, both. Yeah. This grouping is for the purpose of personal severe grouping for both absences as well as attendances.
Right.
Absences as well as attendances. Define absence type. Define absence type. Define absence type. Click on inventories. Click on inventories. Personal sub-area grouping is 02. The absence type code is, let us say, 5000. Yeah. And the name of this absence type is VAS INC annual leave. Yeah. Annual
leave.
The start date of validity is 1/1/1900 and end date is 31/12/9999. And then we have something called as absence input. We have something called as absence input check. Now, what is this absence input check? Let us say we have, these are the days of the week: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Let's say, yeah, Monday, Tuesday. Yes. Now let's say Saturday and Sunday are already day offs. Yeah. Saturday and Sunday are already day offs. Now let's say I want to book attendance starting, Sunday, unknowingly, by mistake, I want to start booking absence from Sunday onwards. Okay. Because Sunday is already a day off, the system should give an error message saying that the first day of the the absence that you want to book is already a day off. Right? That is the message the system should give, isn't it? Because I'm trying, let's say these are, let's say first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. Huh? So I want to book attendance starting 7th till 9th. Okay, till 9th. So while booking the absence, I'll not be able to see really the day of the week. What I do is I can give the dates. I can give the dates. So I give 7th to 9th. But when the actual absence is being booked in PA30, then the system should throw a message saying that, hey, 7th, the starting date of your absence is a day off. So the user should correct the dates. The user should say that they want the absences from 8th onwards. Okay, because 7th is already a day off. So why do I
Right.
want to book it, leave on a day off, right? So that is called as absence input check. And then let's say another scenario. Let's think of another scenario wherein I want to start booking absence from 3rd onwards. 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. I want to book absence on 4 days. Yeah, starting from 3rd to 6th. Now what is happening? 6th, the last day of the absence is a day off.
Okay.
So the system should give a message saying that, hey, you are trying to book absence on 6th, which is already a day off, right? So these are called as absence input checks. So based on what you define here, the system will react accordingly. Let's say if at all the first day is a day off, what happens? How should the system react? Should the system give a warning, or should the system give an information message or error message, or system should not give any message?
No message.
So when the employee is booking absence, and if the first day of the absence is already a day off, I want the system to give an error message. Yeah, I want the system to give an error message. Same is the case with last day is a day off. I want the system to give an error message. Same is the case with any other non-working period. The system should give an error message if at all the employee is trying to book absence, yeah, on a day off.
Okay.
Did you understand this concept? Absence input checks.
Yes, sir. Like
Now, minimum duration and maximum duration. Minimum is 0, maximum is, let us say, 365. Yeah, 360. That means in one go, yeah, in one single go, how many days of leaves can this employee book? It can be starting from 0 to 365. The employee can book any number of days. Same. Entry already exists with the same exit.
the same thing.
So there is another absence type. Okay. So I've changed it to 8,000.
Okay.
Right? So
Yes, sir.
navigate back further. Then determine entry screens and time constraint classes. Determine entry screens and time constraint classes. Determine entry screens and time constraint classes. So here identify the absence type that we have booked. It is 0 to 8,000 and double click on it. Double click on it. When you double click on it, the system will take us to another screen. Yeah. And here we need to give a screen number as well as we need to give a time constraint class. We need to assign a time constraint class. Now, what is this screen number? Yeah, what is this screen number? Now, if you hit on F1, the system will show us the possible stream numbers that we can assign. Yeah, am I audible to you? Do you
Yes, sir.
are
Yes,
you
sir.
getting any disturbances or anything from my side?
No, sir. Nothing.
Okay. All right. So, what are the possible stream numbers that we can assign to this particular absence type? So the screen numbers are 2000, 2001, 2002, 2004, 2005, and 2008. So these are the screen numbers that we can assign. Okay.
Yeah.
So the screen number that we assign depends on the variety of leave that you are configuring right now. Let us say annual leave. Okay. If it has a quota associated with it, then you have to assign a screen number called as 2001. Yeah, 2001.
Okay.
If there is no quota that is associated with it, then you can assign a screen number called as 2000. Yeah, 2000. And
Okay.
similarly, we have also other screen numbers here based on the variety of
Okay.
absence type. If at all you are configuring any sick leave for German specific configurations, then you can assign the screen number called as 2002. If you are doing
Okay.
anything related to, if you are configuring an absence type that is related to maternity protection or mat leave, then you can assign a screen number called as 2003, so on and so forth. So on and so forth. So right now I want to configure a leave type or absence type which is associated with the quota deduction. So I'll assign his quota number, I'll assign a screen number called as 2001. Yeah,
Okay.
2000,
Got it.
2001. So it all depends on what variety of absence you are configuring. What variety of
Okay.
absence you are configuring, we need
Got
to
it.
assign an appropriate screen number. Next, time constraint class. Time constraint class. So while doing the personal administration configurations, we have discussed about the time constraint classes, right? We
Okay.
have
Yes,
discussed
sir.
about time constraint classes. We said 1, 2, 3 and all. Now, in time management, the time constraint classes are little different. Yeah, they are little different. Now hit on F1, and then there's a table called as v underscore 554 y underscore b. Yeah, it's a table
Okay.
number v underscore 554 y underscore b. So let us go into this table. Open a new session. Open a new session. Go to SM30. Go to SM30. Give the table name and say maintain.
Okay.
When you maintain, you'll be able to see different info types pertaining to time management. 2001 is nothing but absences. That is what we are
Okay.
configuring right now. 2002 is attendances. 2003 is substitution. 2004 is availability. 2006 is absence quota, so on and so forth. Yeah, we have varieties of info types. So right now we are doing the configuration pertaining to absences. So double click on absences somewhere. Double click on absences. When you double click on absences, we will also get to see a reaction indicator. Yeah, we are also getting to see a reaction indicator.
Indicator.
So there are 4 types of reaction indicators. If you click on the drop down here, you'll be able to see that there are 4 varieties of reaction indicators. One is A, second one is E, third one is W, and fourth one is N. Yeah, these are 4 varieties of reaction indicators. Now, what do they mean? What does A, E, W, and N mean? If you want
Okay.
to know, place the cursor in a reaction indicator and hit on
Okay.
F1. Hit on F1. Now, reaction indicators, using the reaction indicators, we will decide how the system should behave when there is a collision in the input type records. Yeah, how the system should react or how the system should behave when there is a collision. Now, what do you mean by collision? What do you mean by collision? Collision means for the same date you have different info type records. For example, let's say I am booking absence. Yeah, let's say
Okay.
I'm booking absence starting 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th. Yeah, I have booked already. Yeah, I have booked already some 3 months back. Yeah, I have booked an absence on these 4 days. Yeah, then
Okay.
suddenly, what happens, that I forgot that I have booked this 4 days absence, and I try to book, 4 days again. Yeah, I try
Okay.
to book 4 days again. It will happen, right? I have already booked. Let's say I got an invitation, wedding invitation saying that there's a wedding 3 months down the line. So what I'll do immediately the next day when I go to the office, I book absence. Yeah, but over a period of time, I forgot that I have booked absence. So once again, when I try to book absence, what happens? For the same days, the system will try to create new absences once again. So this is called as collusion. That means for the same day, two type records are being created in the system. That is called as collusion. It is called as
Collision type.
collusion. So how should the system behave when there is a collusion? That is what we define using these reaction indicators. Now you see, A means the old record is delimited, all collisions are displayed. The old record, that means the first 4 days, whenever I have booked these 4 leaves, this will be delimited, and then only the system will consider the new leaves. Yeah, second one, the system does not allow you to create the new record. That means because there are already existing records, yeah, because there are already existing leaves that have been booked on the same days, the system will not allow you to create the second record. Yeah,
Okay.
and there's a potential. Third, you can create the new record, but the old record remains unchanged. This is a dangerous situation. So, wherein the old record also will be existing, the new record also will be existing. That means double leaves. It is like double
Okay.
leaves. And
Okay.
N. N
And
means
for the
as per W, but collisions are not displayed. Yeah. In W, what happens? The collision will be displayed. That means the system will keep on prompting. Hey, you have
asset.
already booked leave on 3rd. Hey, you have already booked leave on 4th. System will keep on prompting us. That is what is called as collisions are displayed. The system will keep on displaying, saying that hey, you have already booked leaves on these days. So we need to understand that the system is prompting us and we should stop the leaves.
Okay.
And N, as for W, but collisions will not be displayed. This is most
This.
dangerous. That means the system will not even give saying that the absences were already booked. So what happens? Two two sets of leaves will be booked for the same days. For the same days. So normally
Same.
what happens is E is the message that E is the reaction indicator that we choose. E means the system does not allow you to create the new record. That is what we want, right? Already leaves have been booked. So we don't want the system to again book the leaves for the same days. Yeah, for the same
Right.
days. So the reaction indicator I will assign the E has been assigned against the time constraint class called as 2. So I will assign 2 to this absence. I will assign 2 to this absence. This is called as time constraint class. Yeah, this is called as time constraints in time constraint. So with this, the configuration of absences is completed. Yeah, and
Okay.
if you want to see the output, I'll just show you how it looks like. You go to PA30. We will
Okay.
not really book the absence right now, but we will see. Yeah? Now the employee whom we have hired is employee first number 4 followed by 7 zeros. Go to 2001 info type. This card as absence. Click on the drop down. You should be able to see the VASINC leave that we have just created. You see, and LD, right? DS and
Right.
NC and
And
LD. This is how. And if you click on, if you try to create an absence, if you want to create an absence, you have to click on create, and then you can enter the start date and end date, and you can put the leaves. So the system is giving some message saying that the counting class is not defined. So in the next session, we will also define the counting class. Yeah?
okay.
Yeah. So this is all about absences or leaves. Missing.
Right.
Leaves in